Hey everyone, it's Kai from Kool Collectibles, and welcome to the dark side. Sorry, just had to do that. If you're wondering why we're in the dark, it's because I wanted to just quickly show you guys the light up features of the new Sideshow Darth Vader Deluxe figure. So you get the additional separate stand with the helmet, with the light up feature and LED underneath. You can't really see all that much with a single LED, but this is the main stand that lights up pretty fantastically. You can sort of get a glimpse of his feet there, and you pan up the Dark Lord of the Sith there with his light up chest plate and belt, which is pretty cool. So it's way too dark to see the rest of him, so I'll just turn on the lights and give you guys another rundown. Just hold on a sec, thanks. Alright, back again with the lights turned on. You probably can't see, I still have the light features turned on, but the light's probably too bright for you to really see it clearly. But there he is on the stand, and the separate stand for the helmet, and he does really come with a hell of a lot. So I'll just quickly go through the packaging for a second. This is probably one of the bigger boxes I've received from Sideshow. So here's the front, which is just some simple classic embossed artwork of Vader's helmet. So that's nice and classy. And that's the back of the box right here, which is some awesome a picture of the figure against that backdrop. I really wish they'd included that backdrop as a diorama, but oh well. And this is the cardboard insert that you see once you open up the box, which is a shoe box this time with no magnets. So they've pretty much taken after Hot Toys on this one. With a lot of Hot Toys MMS figures, you get the back of the box art and a cardboard insert. But I guess yes, Sideshow have really taken the packaging to the next level on this particular one, and it comes with two pretty big clamshells, one with the figure and a few accessories, and the stand and all the hands and so on. So back to the figure itself. Let's put this thing back in. Now I'll just go through the hands and so on that he's got. So with the exclusive, you get this severed arm piece, which is pretty nicely detailed with the wiring and so on, so a nice extra piece to have. And I love how all the gauntlets have the wrist peg in there. Something Sideshow really not Sideshow, Hot Toys really should do, instead of giving just a couple of wrist peg replacements. I wish they would include that with all of their hands. And it comes with the corresponding hand, which is pretty nice, and no, it doesn't click on or anything like that, I don't think. So that's it for that exclusive. But for the rest of the hands, God, I think they've pretty much covered every single pose you could want. And I guess this isn't from A New Hope, but I guess, you know, that's like you're part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor finger pointing, which is pretty cool. I don't know what that is. Feel the Force. Holding the lightsaber hand, I guess. Gotta love the classic, I find your lack of faith disturbing, Force choke the bastard. So that's pretty cool. Another hand waving thing. I'm not sure which hand is the one that he uses in Empire Strikes Back to gesture out to Luke, unless it's, no, it doesn't look like that one. Unless it's this one, you know, join me. So yeah, I don't know. It's not that one. I'm sure he reaches out with his left hand, but I'll figure that out later. But yeah, he comes with a hell of a lot of hands. Now this separate piece It comes in 3 pieces. So this is the dome, which is very nicely done. No paint issues on mine that I can really see. A bit of a scuff there, but no big deal. I don't know if that just rubbed off. So that was nicely done. And then the internals. And this piece is pretty nicely detailed and painted, with a nice metallic greys and golds there. So that's a pretty nice piece to have. Now I'm not sure why it doesn't have the points on it, so I'll have to double check that, if it's supposed to have the tusks here, or whatever they're called, the points. And the stand itself, so there's the little light up there that you can just sort of switch off with that. So that'll just sit off to the side. The other accessories is the exposed head sculpt. So it's got the nice big scar that you see from Empire Strikes Back, and there, so you can sort of have it, you know, sitting in the meditation chamber in Empire Strikes Back, or facing Luke in Return of the Jedi. And the likeness, I'm not really too fussed about the likeness. It looks pretty good. I'm just glad it doesn't look like Hayden Christensen. And the paint app, it's still not as good as the paint app that you have on Hot Toys. It has, I don't know, it's got this gloss to it that the Hot Toys figures don't, and it just gives it a more artificial look to it. But the detailing there that you see is pretty nicely done by Sideshow there. So that's a nice piece to have. Oh, I love the detail in the back there too. So that's pretty awesome. It comes with the unlit lightsaber, and again, similar to the Yoda, it's better quality than the Yoda one, but it's still not as good as the Hot Toys DX Luke. I actually got it over there. Just bear with me for a second, I'll just go grab it. So this one here is the Hot Toys Luke, and here's the Sideshow Vader. And overall, it's just, Hot Toys just seems to have a cleaner, you know, just look at the silver, it's just cleaner and more defined, I guess, to my eyes. But overall, not too bad. So they do have the metal rings at the front and the back, like the real lightsaber. And the handle isn't too bad. It's got, well, the replica I've got has got more than just 2 dots there, but no matter. That's pretty good overall. And then you get the lit lightsaber, which is the same hilt with that piece shoved in there. And it doesn't light up, but I'm happy with that. I don't need another electronic feature to go wrong, and I probably wouldn't use it that often. But on to the main figure. I mean, this is the first 1/6 scale Vader that I've got in my collection, so I don't have the original from A New Hope. And when you open this guy up, you're pretty much blown away, because it is pretty amazing. If I can just zoom in a little bit. This dome. It's a bit out of focus, isn't it? So the head sculpt is pretty good. There were a whole bunch of issues with the dome, apparently, with the previous figure. But I'm not going to get out any sort of measuring tape and compare it. Just looking at it like that, I think it's pretty bloody awesome. So just let me grab the Hot Toys Luke exclusive. And you will see quite a bit of difference. So if I just zoom back out again. So this is the Hot Toys exclusive piece. So you'll see the tusks here are quite a lot more narrow. So the mouthpiece would have been quite a bit narrower than the mouthpiece on the Vader here, and the helmet is probably slightly smaller with the dome not as wide. So, or at least the total size of it is, well, fairly even. But actually I would prefer the Sideshow one to this one here, just on that quick look. So yeah, overall with the dome, I'm pretty happy with the dome. I don't have any sort of paint blemishes on mine. It's a beautiful glossy black, which is what you want with a Vader. And you've got the chain and the chest piece. Now with the cape, if there was ever a time where I wanted to use gloves on a figure, this is probably the first one. Even with the Hot Toys Superman, I never really felt the need to wear gloves for that outfit. But this cape is a really fine sort of soft velvet material, and if there's anything on your hands, or just a little bit of skin or something, it's going to catch on that, and you could start a tear or make it run or something. So I would be really careful with how you handle that cape. I've seen some pictures online of the ends on some people's capes being quite frayed. Mine are pretty good, so I think there's a bit on this side that isn't quite as clean, but it's only a little section and I'm not going to really get too fussed about it. But it comes with that cape that you can sort of pull back there, so I'll just pull that back so you can see the gauntlets on the side there and the rest of his outfit. Now the light up features, there's a button and a screw on the back that you have to take off, which was a bit of a pain in the bum to start off with all the stands and everything else. You have to get out your screwdriver and unscrew them and then pull out the plastic. I much prefer the Hot Toys where you pretty much just pull out a plastic tab and it works. So that was a bit painful. But other than that, you get the internal skirt. Now the shoes, I really like the high gloss shin guards here, which are nicely done. Now the suit, the inner suit itself, it's like a pleather, sort of soft rubber material. It's definitely not leather. Let's see if I can sort of get a closer look. So it's more similar to a thin version of the DX08 Batman suit maybe. It's quite a bit thinner, so maybe even, I don't know, DX13, a glossier version of that sort of pleather. So that's pretty nice. I guess the key problem with everyone's figure is these wrinkles that you pretty much can't do anything about. So no matter how you sort of move the figure and move the legs, you can't really get rid of those wrinkles. So it's pretty much just a matter of using this skirt and futzing around with it and covering those up, and futzing around with perhaps some of the folds here and so on fixing it and getting it to look I don't know, either symmetrical or a bit more even, which is what I'll try and do. So there's the few folds here and not that many folds there sort of thing, so I'll see how I can futz around with that. And similarly also that sort of leather material goes all the way through the arms, and he has the shoulder guards there, which don't really restrict the articulation too much. I haven't really put him into any dynamic poses. I've seen a pose on the Sideshow Freaks forum where they actually posed him on this stand in the kneeling, what is thy bidding, master, my master sort of scene. So I was actually surprised he could get into that sort of pose. But no, he can. I probably won't do that at all. And just the detailing here on the chest piece is pretty awesome. belt. It's pretty awesome. There's his cod piece. So yeah, I'll give you a quick look. I'll just take him off and give you a quick look underneath. So behind that is the belt there. So there's the little screw that you have to unscrew to turn the batteries on, and the switches there that you see on the left there. So that is pretty much it for Vader. I'll try swapping out the hands and putting him into some more of the iconic poses that you know and love of Vader, and I'll post them up on the website and the Facebook page. So check out all that stuff on Kool Collectibles. It looks like the exclusive is still available up on the Sideshow site, so definitely check it out particularly if you don't have the original and New Hope version. I'm definitely glad to have him in the collection. I actually put him back on and just quickly get DX07 Luke out. Just hold on a second. So just coming back with Luke here. Now if I just pan back out. So if I was to put him there, if I was to put him straight up, he'll probably, the top of Luke's head will probably come up to his shoulder. I'm not sure how totally accurate that is, but he is on that stand, and putting him into the classic Empire Strikes Back duel, I think it's going to be an awesome display option, particularly if you've got the Luke. And God, why wouldn't you have that Luke, eh? It's probably one of Hot Toys' most value for money packages, and coupled with this Vader, if you're a Star Wars fan, yeah, and you don't have these, I'd totally recommend getting out there and getting them as soon as you can. Because yeah, it's been, oh, God knows how many years since they've released a Vader, and now they've done this one, so it's going to be quite a few years to more before they do another one. And this one is pretty damn fantastic. So I hope you guys like that quick look. Keep in touch with the Kool Collectibles page for all the latest pics that I post up, and let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon.